Kevin Feige leaving Marvel for Star Wars, and this popped up on me today, which is weird. And it kind of echoes what I've been saying about Kevin Feige. I said that he should leave. He should take his reprieve, go someplace else, and try to build something else up. Because I think Kevin Feige is a top executive, top producer, whatever you want to call it. I think he probably can go somewhere and build it up, but sometimes you overstay your welcome, right? This is coming from comingsoon.net. So Kevin Feige considers leaving Marvel for Star Wars. It's a big rumor. And this rumor claimed that Kevin Feige is considering bailing on the MCU for Star Wars. This comes from the leaker, My Time to Shine, Hello, on Twitter. Who, they say that she is connected to Hollywood and the entertainment industry. But she tweeted, Kevin Feige is thinking about leaving Marvel after Secret Wars and take over the Star Wars franchise. It's known that Kevin Feige is a big Star Wars fan. It's not only has Feige included Easter eggs in MCU, but he also been developing his own movie. However, it has been said his Star Wars film has been canceled, which had Doctor Strange of the Multiverse of Madness writer Michael Waldron writing the script. Regarding if the rumors true, I could definitely see Kevin Feige jumping ship to Star Wars. In addition to Feige being a big fan, Jon Favreau happens to be there. Feige joined the franchise would reunite Favreau and Feige, who kicked off the MCU as we know it today with Iron Man back in 2008. I actually think Feige might be a bigger Star Wars fan than a Marvel fan, as I believe Feige is more of a movie fan than he ever was a comic book fan. He already conquered the comics, so why not follow his bigger passion? So Star Wars will also need a leader. While there have been rumors for quite a while that Kathleen Kennedy was going to be fired, my insiders fill me in that it wouldn't happen until after the strikes are over. Avengers Secret Wars doesn't get released until another 4 years. However, there's speculation Feige and Marvel Studios might ditch Kang Dynasty and move Secret Wars up, so maybe Kennedy could remain at Lucasfilm for a couple more years, developing the Disney Plus shows, waiting for Feige to take over. If Feige is taking over, that will also seem to confirm the rumors that the recent announcement made by Kennedy about the new Rey movie and such are going to happen is true, but I highly doubt Feige will be riding on the coattails of Kennedy. I can keep reading the article, but basically that's the gist of it. Mika, Feige need to go for the sake of the MCU, everything that he's built. And I know the Star Wars fans are hella mad at, or not necessarily mad, but they ready for that person over there, Kathleen Kennedy, to go.
Mm-hmm.
What you smiling? So give me what you smiling at? What you got?
I mean, you already said it. Like, I mean, he's pretty much just dragged Marvel into the depths of hell. I mean, and I actually read an article while looking for this one where he was saying like there were certain shows that he wished had never were made into TV shows. And I'm like, bro, they were made into TV shows because of you.
Right.
It's your fault. It's you. This is all
Did
you. Like
what examples was it? What did he give? What were the examples?
I think one of them
Did he say what
was
show?
I forgot. I can't
She-Hulk.
remember
I
which
know
show.
She-Hulk was on there.
I'm hoping it was
She-Hulk
She-Hulk.
had,
But
She-Hulk had to be.
It's just it's a simple fact that you basically like it was all good in the beginning. It was all good in the beginning, and then you got in way over your head because you was like, we just gotta keep cranking these out. We at the top right now. We just gotta keep you got greedy, and because you got so greedy, you got overwhelmed. You got it became too much for you, and because it became too much, we started getting crappy ass movies, crappy ass shows, and it's just like, bruh, go do something else.
Right. He got to go. And maybe he shouldn't even touch Star Wars. Maybe he just need to go off, maybe create his own whatever, you know what I'm saying? Own production company, something like that, and work, you know what I'm saying? Do that for a while and then maybe come back to doing actual franchises, actual IPs of that nature. But
or how about you take some time off and go read some comic books and then come back and holler at
that
us?
too. Yeah, go read some comic books. But I mean, according to what they say he's a bigger Star Wars fan than comic book fan, and maybe he just cut his teeth with the comics, because he started with doing X-Men and things of that. He was working back then, you know what I'm saying, doing X-Men and stuff, not as like an executive producer or anything, but just being involved in those movies back then. and maybe he just got stuck in that, you know what I'm saying, in that area. I do think he's a comic book fan. I don't want to say that Feige, because Feige gave us some shit. You know what I'm saying? It's not like Feige gave us oh, didn't mean to do that. It's not like Feige, even though I do think a lot of the shit that happened with Marvel after reading a couple of those uh inserts from that book, a lot of that shit I think was kind of luck of the draw or happenstance. I don't think Feige was oblivious. I do think he knows majority, you know what I'm saying? He knows comics. I do think he's a comic book fan. But like I said, I do think he might be more of a Star Wars fan or more of a movie fan than anything. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And to piggyback off of what you said, he just got overwhelmed with shit. They just, and instead of
Mm-hmm.
saying, nah, we can't do this, I think he agreed with who it was. Was it Chapek who wanted quantity over quality? Like, we just gonna crank these things out because it's a money making machine. The bank is open. You know what I'm saying? And I think he said, yeah. And instead of, you know what I'm saying, putting his foot down and saying, nah, man, I'm one guy. I can only do so much. He
Mm-hmm.
said, yeah, let's go for it. Let's give it a shot. And now they're creatively bankrupt. That's what I think. I don't think they have the creative talent over there to make anything good, because they did the diversity hires. Um, and I'm not saying that in a bad way, like diversity is wrong, but instead of hiring for good stories, instead of hiring diverse people who know the material, they just hired diverse people who didn't know shit, so to speak.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm when doing the when having, and I think this works for anything. Diversity works when you go and you get somebody who knows what they're like. If I got a train company and I want to be more diverse with my employees, I'm gonna go hire diverse plane not train workers. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
gonna get a guy here who does landscaping, you know what I'm saying,
Right.
or is passionate about plants, you know what I'm saying. Like, let me go hire Rick is he black, right? Get Rick in here, man. And Rick like plants, so everything he doing got something to do, you know what I'm saying. He just steadily trying to, hey man, we got to go green, let's start using corn fuel for the and it's like, dog, no man, that ain't, you know what I'm saying. Like, now trains is crashing, the engines don't work the right way and shit, you know what I'm saying. It's like, you don't do that. That's just, so I think Feige just fucked up. He fucked up, and I don't think it's really a way to fix this shit. I
So
really don't. Go ahead. Go
this
ahead.
is
I'm
this
sorry.
is what he said. These he didn't say he hated. Well, he said this is what he hated about Marvel projects outside of the MCU. He
Hmm.
said he hated the fact that they didn't have the rights or the control over those shows like the Defenders,
Hmm.
Daredevil, Jessica Jones, because they were locked up at Netflix. The X-Men films and the Fantastic Four films,
Hmm.
Nicolas Cage's Ghost Rider, Ang Lee's Hulk, and the Electro film. He said he hated the fact that he didn't hold control over every Marvel property at that time.
Um. Yeah. Well, what is he talking about? I mean, yeah, you didn't have them, but they did better than, majority of the shit that you put out. You know what I'm saying? Like, so now that you got them and you ain't used them yet,
Exactly. They just been sitting there.
they just been sitting. So what are you talking about? The Defenders, I know the Defenders get a bad rap, but I put the Defenders up against a lot of this Disney Plus shit. I
Mm-hmm.
put Iron Fist. I'll put Iron Fist up against a lot of this Disney Plus shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even go to the cream of the crop like Daredevil, Punisher, and you know what I'm saying. The Electro movie was horrible, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I think was that Fox. I think that was Fox also. That Daredevil movie and that Electro movie, I think, was Fox. Um, but you got to see another thing too. A lot of people live in revisionist times. They didn't they didn't think that comic book movies was a commodity.
Mm-hmm.
Daredevil, Electra, that was just some throwaway shit. That was
Right.
just, hey man, we got a couple. Yeah, oh, Ben Affleck, yeah, get him to be Daredevil. Jennifer Garner, yeah, she could be Electra. That'd be dope. They ain't they together? They, they was trying to capitalize off of them being, a couple and shit. You know what I'm saying? It had
Right.
nothing to do with Daredevil or Electra. They
Right.
were just trying to fucking uh sell it. You know what I'm saying? Sell that. They were trying to sell Ben Affleck and Jennifer Garner. They weren't trying to sell fucking Daredevil and Electra. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna tell you this: if you go back, that Daredevil movie, it wasn't that bad. It really was not that bad. Now that Electra movie was horrible. That Electra movie was trash. But you go back and you watch Ben Affleck as Daredevil, it really wasn't that bad. Especially that last scene with him fighting the Green Mile. My guy Michael Clark Duncan. You know what I'm saying? When he was Michael Clark Duncan as the Kingpin was. You know what I'm saying? Hey, they was doing the swap back then too. You know what I'm saying? The race swap back then, but it really wasn't that bad. But and so you got to think the budget was low. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure it made its money back. It
Mm-hmm.
it might have critically flopped, but I guarantee it probably made his money back. Hell, Electra probably made his money back. You know what I'm saying? But nah, man, Kevin Feige, what the hell you talking about? The shit that you putting out now is trash,
Garbage.
garbage. Nobody's showing up and nobody's showing up to watch it. The big thing is you don't have the infrastructure set up for these shows. You don't have the infrastructure set up for these shows. Everything is behind this paywall. So if you're not a Disney Plus subscriber, you don't know what the fuck is going on with these Disney Plus shows, right? You put Miss Marvel and Secret Invasion on ABC, but you just threw it on ABC. You didn't do like a big, hey, we got Marvel shows coming to ABC. You just threw it on there one day and was thinking that people gonna watch that shit. People don't watch terrestrial TV no more like that. You know what I'm saying?
Unless
So
you advertise it, then they be
unless
like,
you
yeah,
advertise
okay,
it,
you know what? Oh snap! Oh, it's gonna
right?
be. And
Make it
ABC
in a
knew
make
better. ABC knew better.
you just threw it on that shit. So you got to come up with a better plan to get. I know you want to get the money from having it on Disney Plus, but after it's gonna bottom out or it's gonna plateau soon. Once it plateaus, let's throw this on ABC or Hulu. You know what I'm saying? Give it to some place to where we can get more eyes on it. Because now you
Mm-hmm.
got the Marvels coming, and people don't really know what happened. You know what I'm saying with
Right.
Monica Rambeau and Ms. Marvel.
Right.
Don't nobody know,
Right.
right?
They only know
Come
Captain
on.
Marvel.
That's all they know is Captain. So they're gonna show them be like, who the fuck is these two motherfuckers kicking it with?
Right. Right.
Who is that? You know what I'm saying? So they just got to do better, man. And it seems like they might be trying to I don't think that they can necessarily dig themselves out of this hole. Like I said, they painted themselves in a corner with a lot of the creative choices that they've done, killing T'Challa off, coming out with movies that just the Eternals, big shit happening in the Eternals, and we ain't heard from that shit yet. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
Um, a lot of D-list characters, Shang-Chi. Salute. This goes back to diversity again. You doing a diversity play it only matters when they want to see it, right? Like if the Asian population don't care about Shang-Chi, ain't nobody else gonna care about Shang-Chi neither. You know what I'm saying? Like if they like, we didn't ask for Shang, we didn't ask for a Shang-Chi movie.
You ain't see no
That kind
kids
of
dressed up in no
right.
Shang-Chi for
You didn't
Halloween.
see that. Blue Beetle. It's kind of like the Blue Beetle thing. I thought Blue Beetle was dope. Um, but if that Latino population and if they wasn't banging on the door of DC saying, "Hey man, when we gonna get our representation? We need a Latino superhero." Then don't worry about trying to give somebody something that they don't want or haven't asked for.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because you you're selling to an empty seat. That's what you're doing right now. You're selling to an empty seat, and then when the return comes, you're like, well, where the fuck everybody was at? Well, shit, nobody asked for that shit. What you mean where everybody? They was at home watching the shit that they wanted to watch, not the shit that you tried to give them, the shit that they wanted to
Right.
watch. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you talking about?
Right.
Simple math. Simple math. Let's hit these comments. Let's see. Go back. It says Feige need to have Mace Windu chilling in the back the tank full of cocoa shea butter after the fight. No, I think Gray's trying to say he needs to bring Mace Windu back. I'm with you. If he does go over there, bringing Mace Windu back would be dope. But my guy is getting old, man. How old is Samuel L. Jackson, man? He old, right?
Yeah,
He
he
up there.
old. You gonna ask me if he old? He look old.
He up there, man. I just don't know if he come ask you is he old. I mean, I know he
Samuel L.
old.
Jackson is 74 years old. He'll be 75
70,
this December.
75, right? Um, I don't know if we can get Mace Windu back. That shit might have sailed. I don't know, man. That shit might have sailed. That shit might have sailed. I'm with you. I think Mace Windu. I think that's that's like a T'Challa situation, right? Like they killed off a character. Maybe they shouldn't have killed off. Maybe we should have got a little bit more Mace before they. But I think that shit might have sailed, man. Kevin, Nate, everybody got to go. Yeah, get them all out of there. Get them all out. If somebody, I saw a tweet while I was reading it. Somebody said that if Kevin Feige go next up to be the head, would be Nate Moore, and I was like, we are doomed. We really doomed. Then you know what I'm saying? At least as far as I know, Kevin Feige hasn't necessarily lied to us. Nate Moore just lied to our face.
Point
That's
blank.
the bad thing about it. Horrible lie. You know what I'm saying? Get him out of here. He got to go. But I don't think it'll be him because it was Kevin Feige, Victoria Alonso, and it's another person who are the holy trinity of Marvel. Nate Moore is just he's a producer, but he's not, that. So it'll be it would be that third person because they got Victoria Alonso out of here. So it'll be whoever that third person is. I can't remember his name. Miss YouTube says we need someone over Marvel Studios who actually care about the comic book material. Agreed. Don't want Kevin touching Star Wars. Kevin's a Star Wars fan, Star Trek fan too. Go over there to Paramount. Y'all trying to get Kevin Feige on up out of here. Go somewhere else. Just get out of here, man. Go do G.I. Joe or something. Go do
Not G.I. Joe. Don't touch nothing. No.
Thundercats. Go do Thundercats.
No,
man.
don't. No.
Go do RoboCop. Go do. Just get him front. The
now
further
that
away
I might
we get
get
Kevin
like
Feige,
that.
we good.
Yeah. Yes. Go do RoboCop.
I think Kevin Feige wants to be Ron Howard or Steven Spielberg.
I can see that.
He kind of is though, right? He kind of is. The bad thing is, it's not his company. That's the bad thing. Ron Howard, Steven Spielberg, it was their company. He works for the man.
And Kevin Feige gave us a good run. You know what I'm saying? Like
right.
the whole Infinity War saga. Like he gave us a good run. And then after that, it was just like pew.
Yep, nosedive. And the crazy thing is, once they started trending down, it's like they didn't stop to see why the hell they trended down. They blamed the fans. What I'm saying? They blamed everything. They blamed all the bad shit on right. Everybody, everything else but the content. And it's like, dog, we telling you what is wrong. No, it's not superhero fatigue. It's shitty movie fatigue is what it is, or shitty show fatigue. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't know. People been making cop shows forever. You know what I'm saying? The detective shows or sci-fi, like, you don't get fatigue off of shit that's good.
Right.
Why you think people get fat? You know what I'm saying?
I like Twinkies.
Right. The dude who eating the Twinkies and getting fat ain't like, man, I can't stand Twinkies, dog. I got Twinkie fatigue. You know, that motherfucker is running to the store, grabbing that, the big pack. He's sitting there eating the Twinkies. Like, come on, when something is good, you eat it. You consume it. You take it in. Ain't no fatigue with that shit. Where the crackheads at? I ain't seen one crackhead yet talking about
move around.
I ain't seen one yet. Crack fatigue, man. I got crack fatigue, man. Nah, man. Get that pipe away from me, bro. I got crack fatigue, man. No. Imagine that shit. The heroin addict. Hey, man, put that needle away, though. I ain't trying to nod off today. No, you're not going to get me with the heroin nod. No.
I don't know.
I
How we
am
end up on
fatigued.
drugs?
I am
We
tired of
were
that.
Twinkies, the
I know. I
hardcore
know we
drugs.
did. I know.
How did this happen?
uh, so he's on record saying he wasn't a comic fan growing up. He came up under the Donner family as an assistant. Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess so. Him working with Richard Donner, you got to kind of be a comic book fan though, because when Richard Donner did Superman, and Donner did some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess you kind of grow into it. Maybe it wasn't one as a kid, but I mean, you could grow into comics. You can grow. I'm gonna get Mika be a comic. Mika gonna come back like she gonna drop off and come back and just know all the shit. Watch, I'm gonna get Mika right. She gonna be worse than me. Comic book aficionado. He had Nate Moore in his ear. Nate Moore need to just retire. They should know the character's lore and backstory. They gotta create like a Bible. Like when you do this stuff, if you're gonna, because if you're doing your own universe, right? MCU is not the comics, so that I know. But
Hmm.
you still want to take what the comics has and build upon that, right? I don't mind slight deviations. Everything can't go from page to film. I know that. You know what I'm saying? I don't even expect that. I know a lot of people expect line for line, you know what I'm saying? Uh off page for page off the book. I don't expect that. Some shit don't look good in the film that you can, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of shit you just
Modoc.
can't. Right, more, well, they could have did a better mode out, and they just for that was just. I mean, did Kevin Feige okay that shit?
You know
That's the
he
shit, right? You
did.
okay and shit like that make me have no faith in you. You know what I'm saying?
You
Just
know he
have no
did.
faith.
Man, hurry up. Release it.
I just say because he slipped X-Men characters comics during filming doesn't make him a fan. His track record throughout the year says the opposite. Yeah, yeah. The diverse folks they hired didn't push back enough. They were just happy to be hired. Yeah, you got those who are just happy to because well, they weren't fans anyway. So it's like
A
you
job is a
come
job.
in, right? Job is a job. I'm on the biggest shit that's going on in the world right now. You know, I'ma just do me. I've been trying to make this film for the longest. Now I can make this film and it be attached. It has that Marvel logo at the beginning. Shit, who gives a fuck about what the character got to do? I want to make my film, and that's what it is.
Hmm.
They look like idiocracy when they switched farming crops from water to soda. It wasn't soda, it was Gatorade. It was Gatorade. Because it's got electrolytes. That's my movie. Had electrolytes. Colin Wig. Colin Wig is dope. I liked her as in the Defenders and on Luke Cage. Was it Luke Cage she was on? No, Iron Fist. Agreed on Netflix versus yeah. Netflix was killing. And yes, Iron Fist is better than a lot of that shit that's on Disney Plus. Hate to say it. And a lot of the Netflix stuff that wasn't good. You don't think a lot of Netflix stuff? I mean, yeah, when you put it up against itself, yes, you're right.
Hmm.
If I'm putting the Defenders up against Daredevil, Luke, I get it. I'm with you. Iron Fist up against that, yeah. But then when I'm putting that up against, oh, and I forgot Jessica. Jessica Jones to me was top tier. That was actually one of my out of all of that. Jessica Jones, if they came out with another one right now, I'm glued. I think they did her. I think they did her perfect. I think they did. Other than them not really giving her the superpowers that she has, they just
Hmm.
kind of like hinted at it. They did to me. They did her perfect. Rip Michael Clark Duncan. Didn't like a lot of Netflix stuff, but I'd rather watch that over the Disney Plus. Yep. The soundtrack carried that movie. I'm not even a rock fan. What movie? What movie we talking about?
I think it's on Daredevil.
Oh, Daredevil. Okay. The storytelling formula has been 95% the same. They gotta switch it up. I said they became too predictable, way too predictable.
Hmm.
It's that third act is the same. You know what I'm saying? Everything is even with the TV shows.
Hmm.
Um,
Oh yeah, you said that before. Like
Yeah,
all the Disney Plus shows are the same.
they are
They
the
all the
same,
same.
all the same. You know.
Here's your 6 measly episodes.
Yep. I like to see Black Jedi Jolie Bendo during the old Republic era. He ain't gonna do that. I don't even think they're gonna touch that old Republic era. Kevin at the Hasbro universe. No, he can't go to. I mean, what I did say GI Joe, didn't I? Oh shuck,
You did say GI Joe.
I did. I take that back. He can't go to
I
Hasbro.
was gonna say you better take that back.
Yeah, I got to take that back.
We gonna get worse Transformer
Yeah, we
movies,
get.
What's going on, y'all?
and I didn't
What
think they
up?
could
What
get
up?
worse
What
than
up?
that.
Dre Mack in the house.
Not in the house. In the house.
Not he
Out the
back. He
house.
gone. Still
Hey, can
said
y'all
it's
hear
not.
me?
Yeah,
Yes.
we hear you. Yep, yep.
Oh, okay. Where am I at in the conversation? Where we at?
We
At the
talk about
end.
Kevin. Yeah, right at the end. Talk about Kevin Feige leaving Marvel for Star Wars.
Yeah, he tripping.
You say he tripping? Why he tripping?
He tripping. First of all, the MCU wouldn't be where it is today without Kevin and I believe I can't think of the other guy's name in the early stages of Marvel. To be able to leave it and jump ship once you basically acquire all these other assets is going to be asinine. And plus, we've seen what has happened with Marvel when other people are in charge of said, let's say, movies, franchises, etc. It doesn't go the way that the initial plan starts. So if you leave this now, what you're going to do is you're going to create this gaping hole, in Marvel, and nobody's going to want to deal with that. Nobody is coming to see you, Otis, Nate Moore. Ain't nobody coming to see none of them cats. Nobody don't care. What they care about is Kevin Feige. You know what I mean? And Kevin Feige writing this ship. So going over to Star Wars, honestly, should be Dave Filoni and John Favreau's baby going forward. Kevin Feige doesn't need to go over there. You fix this mess first. You know what I'm saying? Fix this mess first. Get it back on track, and then after 20 years, if Star Wars is still available, go over there. But Dave Filoni and John Favreau is doing an amazing job. You know what I'm saying? That's not Kathleen Kennedy, aka Emperor Palpatine. So just let them do their thing.
But Kathleen Kennedy is on the way out the door though.
She should have look. She should have been out 80 years ago. She
I
should have
think I
been out a
think this
long time ago.
I think this is her last year, from what I understand. But so you want Kevin Feige to stay at the MCU and try to fix? Because I don't think he can fix it. I think it's broken.
Nope. Saying the MCU fix. I don't think it's broken.
I
Anything
think
that's
it's broken.
man-made can be fixed. Anything that's man-made can be fixed.
Yeah,
So
but
again,
sometimes it
with a
takes somebody else to fix it.
but no, I think he's still the perfect person to fix it because we wouldn't be in the MCU if it wasn't for him. And a vision that still can't think of the guy who originally it was Kevin Feige and not Avi Arad.
Talking
I
about
can't think of the
Perlmutter,
other
Ike
guys.
Perlmutter.
Ike Perlmutter. That's what they're the spearheads of Marvel. But it was Kevin. Kevin was the comic guy. And a lot of suits right now are running these studios. You know what I mean? And it does not make sense when you have a John Favreau and a Dave Filoni over in Star Wars that could be able to extend to those positions, just kind of like with what we're seeing right now in DC, with Peter Safran and James Gunn. You already have that in play. So, Kevin, you can fix this thing. You started it, you can finish it. So that's why I'm on the train of, hey, get these guys that to finish what you started. Get your toys in play. I think this thing can turn around. And hi, Mika, I heard what you said about Modoc, and we ain't playing that stuff around here. Modoc for life.
Yo, that's literally what they said. They said you jumped on after somebody threw shade at Modoc, and here you are,
First
and
of
you just
all,
confirmed. You just confirmed. Wait, you just confirmed what they said. I
Modoc
mean,
is
you
the
and your
greatest
feelings
Avenger of
about
all time. He sacrificed his life
you
to
and
get
feelings,
to get
y'all.
Kane whooped
Y'all
up.
hear this?
He's
He in his feelings about my. Hey, he heard Modoc and had to jump on ASAP.
Right.
What?
He was
No,
like, "What you not gonna
hold
do is
on. Let
throw?
me.
You're not gonna throw shade about my. You're not gonna throw shade at my boy.
Don't
That's
you
my
do
boy,
that about
y'all."
Modoc. Don't you put that on Modoc.
Nah, so the chat is agreeing with me and Mika that Kevin Feige need to go. I think he needs to go.
I think you need to go too.
I
I
I
think he
I
needs to
beg
go.
to I beg to differ because when his hands was everybody ready for Kevin Feige to go after Endgame? Endgame was how many years ago?
Right,
So
but hold on, wait. You absolutely right. But what and this is why I want everybody to go out and read that damn book that this lady dropped. A lot of the stuff that was happening, we give a lot of credit to Kevin Feige that I think we might shouldn't be giving to Kevin Feige. There would be no end game without Josh Whedon, not Kevin Feige. Josh Whedon is the reason why we got the Infinity Saga. He snuck that Thanos wasn't even going to be in Marvel
yeah,
in the
yeah,
MCU.
he did snuck that as a post credit scene. I will give you that in the first, but Josh Whedon is also an idiot. You know what I mean? He's
Idiot.
also
Well, can we say that about Kevin Feige?
Kevin
It is.
Feige.
It is can make some dope shit.
who Whedon can.
We come on now. Whedon gave us some
Uh,
dopeness.
Where can we say the same thing about Batman v Superman? No, no, no. Was that Justice League? Whedon cut?
No, that was horrible. I didn't
That
say
you
it was
get.
perfect. I didn't say it was perfect. I said he can give us some dopeness.
Now,
Cause
now,
cause cause
I
if
want
we
to say
doing
Josh
that,
Whedon created Fire. He created Firefly, right?
Firefly, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, he
Buffy
got hits. He got hits now.
on the
Josh
on the
Whedon got
television
some hits.
on the television side, but he was also responsible for Age of Ultron too, which people still pan as one of the worst Avengers movie, even though it's not as bad as I think people giving it to.
I ain't hear nothing you said, Dre. What you said?
I said, wasn't he responsible for Age of Ultron also?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Age of Ultron was
And
his
people
also.
say that that's the worst Avengers movie, which I beg to differ. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? I
I
don't
think
think it's as
I think
bad
it
as,
gets a
as
bad
people
rap.
paint it to. I think it's a
Yeah, I think
bad
it get
rap,
a
but I
bad
don't
rap.
think I don't think it's as bad as what people try to make it out to be. But
Mm-hmm.
yes, he has made some stuff. But I won't pin that all on Josh Whedon because he stuck a Thanos. Uh, and who is saying that that was just all him and he didn't run that by Kevin Feige?
Well, according to the book, he didn't. According to the book, he threw Thanos in there, and then they was he told them that we got the Infinity Stones. We can do a whole situation with that. So that's according to that book. They basically saying that Josh Whedon is responsible for the Infinity Saga. No bullshit.
And I would agree. And then, but I also you got to understand that Kevin Feige also had his hand in the directors, the producers of these films. So I'm not just going to just be like I'm not going to poo-poo Kevin Feige because Josh Whedon, snuck in Thanos and said, "Hey, we could do the Infinity Saga right here because we got the Mind Stone is inside Loki's scepter." You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? I understand that yes, Josh Whedon was the one. If Josh Whedon was the one who brought Thanos here, in that post credit scene, well, kudos to him. You know what I mean? And probably what you're saying was it was directionless. And Josh Whedon was like, hey, without these B lists, because let's be honest, without Spider Man, without the X Men, without the Fantastic Four, everybody else is B list. That's not
Right.
necessarily Blade or Deadpool. And Deadpool still was a Fox property. So he had to pick up,
True.
basically pick up the pieces. I mean, they had the rights to the Hulk. So instead of the Hulk, instead of Silver Surfer, you replace him with the Hulk. Instead of with
Mm-hmm.
all these other pieces, you replace them with somebody. So for what they had, they did a hell of a job. Now that you got damn near 90% of your characters back, you want to see them go? No, I can't do that because what I've seen from other studios, Sony, Fox, is shit, trash, garbage. Under the that when you get the juice and the garbage and the maggots is in there, that's what I've seen from a lot of
I,
these
I don't
studios.
I don't get that juice. I don't know why you
I,
should be getting that juice either, but I got
maggot
you.
juice.
I understand. The
when
maggot
they
juice. You
when your kids spill crap in the trash can, and you like, well, why you didn't dump that? And it was like, Daddy, I was just trying to hurry up, and then I was like, excuses, because now it's maggot juice. That's what we got.
maggot juice. That's that good burger maggot juice. But I know I get what you're saying. I understand. Like I give Kevin Feige his props for overseeing everything. That's not what I'm saying. But he's also overseen this bullshit too. So if we're
Well,
gonna give him
but
that, we got to give him this.
I do, but remember, you gotta put a lot of that on the direction of Disney when Bob Iger stepped down. I remember, as much as I don't like, I mean, I don't want to say that. As much as I disagree a lot of times with Grace Randolph,
Randolph.
she did say, yeah, she did say when Iger stepped down and Bob Chapek stepped up that there's going to be a change in Marvel, even to the point where Kevin Feige might be gone. And they had to bring
Oh,
Bob Iger back. So you gotta, yeah, I mean, if anybody was Master Pen, it was Bob Chapek. You know what I mean?
no,
So
but right, okay. So, but this is remember what happened when Chapek showed up. Feige got the whole kit and caboodle. He became head of Marvel, not just Marvel Studios. He's the head of Marvel. That's
right,
comic books,
which
everything.
and that
So he
spread
got
him
the juice, he
thin.
got the maggot juice, and he got the orange
Y-
juice. Whatever juice you want
Yeah,
to give him, he got it.
because they were saying that he got spread thin. So if he's over here with his hands and all the, because they gave him everything, you be Stan Lee.
He driving y'all, so bear with him.
He got to repeat all that over again.
I know. We lost you, man. See if he gonna come back. Well, I come in on what he. I think I agree with what he's saying, but I think this is how I look at it. If somebody has now taken over the reins of everything, you now have to hire extra personnel to delegate, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what you got to. If you're the, I'm the king. I need some lieutenants and some generals to run shit. And
Right.
to me, if you supposed to be the smart guy, you need to know that you need to delegate things. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
I don't the president of a company shouldn't have his hand in every pot and say, "Oh, I'm spread thin." You shouldn't be spread thin. You should have people in place to come back and report to you and say, "Hey, this is what we're doing." Now you can, look at what they doing real quick and say, "Okay, yeah, I accept that. No, we're not gonna go that route." And boom, you go on and run your duties that way. But for you to be spread thin, to me is bad leadership.
Mm.
It's bad leadership. And now I know, Dre is saying he could right the ship, and maybe he can. I'm not saying that he can't, but I think the MCU is broken because it's not just to me now. It's not just about putting out good product. You got to get your audience back, right?
Right.
You
Right.
got to get your audience back. I don't know if that audience is coming back. I
Right.
really don't know if that audience is coming back.
Is that?
You
I
now
mean, especially because I mean, it's so like to what Gray is saying. Like they built this, they built up the Infinity Saga, and then we like, all right, well,
what's
what
next?
what you giving us next? Like it's got to be up here. It's got to be top tier. And
Mm-hmm.
they're like, here's what if.
Right here's what. That's
The
it.
hell I'm supposed to
Ain't
do
no
with
what if.
this?
Yeah, they haven't built towards anything, and using the excuse of being spread thin, nah, that don't rock with me because I can easily hire uh, a comic book guy or a movie. I can easily hire an executive who knows how to run, what I'm saying, studio or possibly knows how to run these things, but is also a comic book fan, a fan of Marvel or something like that, and have them try to navigate the Disney Plus side. Hey, I got my Disney Plus person, right? Now you got to go um and get somebody to do the movie side. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? Now you got to have somebody to do the comic book side. Like since you're over everything, you got to have a guy for these certain areas.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So the whole spread thing, I get it. He probably was spread thin, but if you're spread thin, that means you need to hire somebody to help you.
Take something off your plate.
You got to. They say MODOK got Dre, man. I hope not. Bring my guy back, MODOK. Bring him back. Let me see. This is the post Michael Jordan Chicago Bulls MCU. Nah, this that either the post Bulls Michael Jordan MCU or when Shaq left the Lakers. This
When
is what that
LeBron went
is,
back to
man.
Cleveland.
Yeah, this is that, man. This is post Cleveland LeBron. I mean post post LeBron Cleveland. This is that, man. This is bad. I was ready when he went out there and announced that T'Challa wasn't going to be right. Like when you, I was on Twitter the other day. Black Panther is the highest. Solo. Black Panther is the highest grossing solo comic book movie of all time. I want y'all to hear that because he beat out Spider-Man, Batman, Superman. He beat out Spider-Man, Batman, Superman. That says a lot. Spider-Man probably is the most popular comic book character next to Super. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the holy trinity really when it comes to comic book. You know what I'm saying? People recognizing comic book characters. Batman, Superman, Spider-Man. Those three. T'Challa beat those guys out. And they still ain't even got close to what he has done. Spider-Man has dropped 3 movies since Black Panther. Still ain't got to that level yet. It took Iron Man 3 movies to get close or to supersede his 1 movie. I don't know what the logic was in that. You know what I'm saying? But if we're gonna hold Kevin Feige up to that esteem, we also got to put the flame to it, to his feet because, dog, you got rid of the guy. He's, you know what I'm saying? Like he's your guy. Not Iron Man, not Captain America, not Thor. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to Solo, he is your guy, and you got rid of him. And I don't want to hear, oh, Nate Moore was in his head. Dog, I would have mushed Nate Moore. Dog, what the fuck are you talking about? We just did 1 point such and such billion dollars. If you don't get the fuck out of my office right now with that dumb shit you talking, if you don't get out there and find me another T'Challa, are you crazy? Oh, but the cast, look, look. If they don't want to work, replace their ass too. You know what I'm saying? You know what? Cool. We'll grieve a little. They need a little time. By the time I come back from my vacation, you know what I mean? By the time I come back from Bora Bora, wherever the fuck you know what I'm saying, my wife want to go. When I come back to this office, I better have headshots of all the T'Challas that we thinking about recasting. You know what I mean? I don't want to hear that shit. Come on, man. Is this show business or show friends? You know what I'm saying? What are we in? What am I in it? What am I in here? Show business or show friends? What we working at? Is the actors on strike because of grief? You know what I'm saying? Because they want grieving time or they don't want to work with. What are they on strike for? They on strike so they could work and get paid, correct? That's why they on strike. If you don't strike your ass up out this motherfucker office, talking about we not gonna recap, man. You fired, Nate. You done. Get him out of here. Security, can you get this motherfucker up out of here? Please.
Stupid.
I'm just saying, man. The Russos and James Gunn carried the MC. Yeah, they did. They built up the Infinity Saga. They haven't built up anything. I think that's what you were saying, right? What Grace said, except for Loki. Yeah, and they just changed Loki, turned him into, not saying it's bad, but they did that. Said, I've been half beef with Feige, but his "we will not recast the character" statement was the final nail. And yeah, like Feige, what Feige was on that book of sugar. I think he might have been on. He might have been on that book of sugar. He might have been tripping. I don't know what was going on that day.
The snack
That, I'm telling you, that day he was off. They should have waited to ask Spike, hey man. Matter, you know what, Spike? Whoever asked him that, and when he was like, "Nah, I would have been like, you know what? He needed a Snickers or something because you ain't yourself when you hungry, dog. Like, what are you doing? Somebody get this man a Snickers, man. What is he talking about? WB and the King of messing up their own house when you have all your toys already there. But that's recent. And I think we give WB a lot of unwarranted because we put them up against Marvel. Marvel went on a hell of a run, right? But you got to think DC was solid since '89, right? DC, well, I ain't gonna say solid because that motherfucking one Batman, that George Clooney Batman just wasn't it, right? But they've been consistent. Let me say that they've been consistent, even with the Zack Snyder stuff. All of Zack Snyder's movies that he did personally, not the job. I know he, not that Justice League, but they all turned a profit. Whether it was Superman, Man of Steel, BVS, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, they all turned a profit. So I can't really say that Warner Brothers was messing up their own house with the toys that they had, because maybe it didn't make the $1 billion. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it didn't make the $1 billion, but it did shit. It just we was looking at MCU and then looking at DC. We was like, something ain't adding up. Why the fuck they got $1 billion movies over here? Y'all can't even get motherfucking, y'all barely cracking 800. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Is Dre back? I think he back. The MCU is fixing to be right there if they can keep this going. Yeah, they're gonna be right there with Warner Brothers. Iger never left. He was just an advisor till he maneuvered his way back in. Yeah, I agree with that. MODOK did it. MODOK got Dre Mac.
MODOK. Y'all gonna say, first of all, I'm in this bitch now, so we gonna stop all this MODOK slander right now.
Nobody slander MODOK.
We slamming the MODOK. Everybody talking about MODOK. Everybody talking about, oh man, Kane got whooped up by ants. Nah, it was MODOK, baby.
It was MODOK. They got it was MODOK.
Technically, it was MODOK. You go watch the movie, it was MODOK.
Feige trying to hop in the escape pod. I'm just going through these, trying to get through these real quick.
Okay. How are you guys doing? Of course I was here at the beginning. How's everything been going so far?
Oh man, we've been having a good time.
I ain't gonna hold you. I'm tired.
Yeah, she tired, but I've been keeping up. I've been keeping them around up.
I'm holding on the fumes right now.
You over there, you need nap. This nap time for you.
I told her to get up, do a couple jumping jacks, man. Let me get some of them jumping jacks, some 8-count bodybuilders or something like that. Come on now.
I might actually once Blurred AF is over, I'm a hop, because I haven't been able to really hop on today because of Lord have mercy, dealing with TMZ today. Didn't get on the show because they ran out of time, so they got me scheduled for tomorrow. You know what I mean? You know how that stuff goes. So so if Mika wants to hop off, I'm going to create a whole new live in about 30 minutes after this is off, and because we gonna talk about this Kevin Feige thing.
You want to go in?
I know Mika ain't got no time for to hear all of this shit.
I inserted my 2 cents. Good.
She said free MODOK, and I felt her on that. I heard Mika was like, I love MODOK. He's one of the greatest MCU characters that was ever created. And
get that out.
But no, what I was this is just my thought. Again, go. This is because somebody put in the comments. I think it was because I was looking at the comments before when I was getting home or whatever, and you're not supposed to do that when you're driving. But I think it was D Sizzle was saying do you think Deadpool could be able to save Marvel? And this
Mhm.
is what I'm gonna say for this, and then I'm gonna create. Actually, if you guys want to come back in 30 minutes, not you guys, not I mean, Blue, you can. I was talking about the people in the chat. You want to come back in about an hour? I'm gonna do a video. Can
Damn, that's a
Deadpool
hell of a
save
time jump.
MCU? Well, for me, it's 10 o'clock. It would be 10 o'clock. For
Yeah.
you, I don't know. I don't know what time frame you're in because you're out of my space and
We're
time.
we're we're,
You're on
we're
East Coast time,
Eastern
right?
Standard Time, so just
Eastern.
just add
Yeah,
an
yeah, yeah.
hour.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
what time.
Yeah,
I
that
be, time starts. That's what I be saying. Time starts on the East
I'm
Coast.
stop. You sure?
It don't, but I'm just saying time starts on the East.
But and talking about who can say the MCU, can Deadpool say the MCU? Can Blade? What I'm going to tell you is this: Deadpool is going to give you a glimpse of what that toy box really looks like with the X-Men and Deadpool and all of that. Once
Mm,
you have that, and then I know you said something about Loki. Remember, this is a variant version of Loki. This is not the one that we already got that character art for that Loki. This is a different Loki to get this next snap. So, what is it going to really look like with the MCU with Fox characters and stuff like that in there? I'm just saying, don't jump the ship. All I'm saying is
I ain't jumping the ship. I'm not
don't try to
jumping.
Just
What
play.
get
I'm what I'm
Kevin, just get Kevin Feige off the
No,
yeah,
ship.
I'm not
no,
right.
no, no, no,
I just
no.
want a
Squirt
new
and kick his
captain.
ass into the ocean.
Yeah, I just want a
Mm-mm,
new captain. That's it. I'm on the ship.
mm-mm. No. Kevin
You
Feige
know the
took your hat and
I
said,
know the
"I'm the
potential.
captain."
No, kick
No,
I
Kevin
no,
am the
Feige
I'm
captain
taking
and
now.
Nate
Kevin
Moore
Feige. I'm
off the
taking him
ship.
and saying,
No,
"Look at
no,
me,
Nate
Kevin.
He's
Moore.
Spartan kicking
I'm the captain
asses.
now."
No. You Nate Moore, you can't. I don't give a shit where you put that again. That motherfucker could go to let me shut up. But
Sending Nate
anyway,
Moore to the Bermuda Triangle to have his
he's
ass
going to the
disappear.
negative zone. Say
Negative zone.
send him to Sony. Send him to be overseer of the Morbius franchise.
Mhm. Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. So okay, I'm gonna end my portion of this. If you guys do want to come back, I don't know, because some of y'all, are older. You ain't took your Metamucil. You got to go to
Oh,
bed.
you got
You know what I
jokes.
This
mean?
guy,
I
I
ain't
know you
talking
ain't. I
about
know
y'all.
you
I'm
ain't
not talking
talking.
about y'all. I'm
I,
not
I
talking
this guy
about
said
y'all.
Metamucil.
I know he ain't talking.
I'm seeing people in
I'm
the
pretty sure he's the
chat.
oldest out of the three of us.
I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not the oldest
Mm-hmm.
out of the three of
Yes,
us.
you are.
Am I?
Yeah.
I think so.
No.
Yeah.
I ain't that old. I'm really not that
I'm
old.
really 14.
Don't let the grades fool y'all.
But yeah, I'm saying people in the chat because I know the chat be chatting. You know
They
what I'm
live.
saying?
They live,
They
man. Chat
live.
is
They y'all live today, and I'm mad
yeah.
because I'm not mad because I had things I have to take care. I had something I had to take care of. Really important. But you know what I mean. The chat was yeah. The chat was chatting. I seen it. So yeah, I'm gonna come back in an hour and see what's happening with y'all, man, and see if y'all wanna continue this conversation. You're not
I
used,
I
Mika.
try to make it
It's
in.
not
I
man.
try to make it back in the hour,
No,
man.
no, I know it's past your bedtime
I
because
got
you gotta go to work.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mika got to go
I
to work too. She be
I was
out the
gonna
same
say
time.
I
Oh yeah,
gotta
she
go
got a
to work
job.
too.
She got a
He
job.
says she got a
You
job.
got a job.
Got a
The
job.
people in the
And we
chat got
back.
a
We
job.
we
But
back to 5 a.m. workout. Like I'm
Yeah,
learning over
oh,
here.
we up.
yeah.
We up.
But chat. I'm gonna tell y'all now, chat. Whoever in the chat, by the sound of my voice, Modoc is the greatest Avenger of all time, and I will be
Modoc
back.
is not an Avenger, man.
He died in Avenger. He got blessed by Ant-Man.
Man is not an Avenger. No.
That man was in the
how,
front of him that
how
whole
somebody
time.
who
Don't
ain't
worry,
an
though.
Avenger gonna bless somebody to be an Avenger?
Exactly. Thank you.
Ant-Man is an Avenger.
No,
He
he ain't,
became
man.
he became an Avenger when he did the time heist.
Who? No, he was
Don't
just
worry,
Stop.
don't
tagging
worry about
along.
don't worry about tagging along. You know what's up.
Stop.
He just
No,
tagged
he
along, man.
ain't.
Yeah,
No, he ain't.
In
Gray
all
said,
caps.
In all
no,
caps.
he ain't.
Matter of fact, I
Modoc
need
can't
some
even
hand
aim.
claps in
I
between
like,
that.
hey, hold on.
No, he ain't.
Oh, I like
Yo,
that. Modoc can't even aim.
yeah, can't even aim. I love that. That's a deep
Oh man,
comic book cut if you don't know.
man,
That's
that's a
dope.
bar
Okay,
right there. That's dope.
yeah.
That's dope.
So I'm gonna let y'all finish y'all thing. Finish everything up because I kind of
Yeah,
came
I'm
at
just
the end.
um just going through these
Yeah.
because I was going in on your boy Kevin Feige, man. I just I don't know. If you
Spartan
Maybe I'm a
spread
in
kid.
the
thin,
ass.
That
if you
ain't. Wait a
spread,
minute. Hold up, because all I was spreading ass.
I said
Uh.
Spartan kicked him in the ass.
Oh, okay. Because y'all
Oh,
mixed.
you talk about somebody being old.
hey,
Do
look,
you need to get your
No,
hearing
no,
checked?
no, no,
Is
no,
are you having
no,
his
issues with your
Geritol,
hearing?
he need a
no,
Do I
no,
need
Geritol.
to
no, no,
speak
no.
into my mic a little bit more?
Look, I'm speaking to my
You
mic
need
it
you
just
need
as much as you
you
do.
need to turn your
You can
volume
do.
up just a
We
little
can do.
bit.
We can do the same thing. We can do. What you want to do?
You need that Geritol, man.
No, I don't
You
need
need
that. I don't need. I don't need
you
nothing.
need that good old fashioned hearing aid,
No,
the
what
clear
I
one where nobody
heard.
can really tell if you got one or not,
What
and
I
it's
what
inside your ear. That's what you need.
what I first of all, that's an Avengers tool. Don't do that because I'd be like, Roger, I'm on my way,
He said,
Cap.
"Rush
The one with the
on your
Bluetooth
left,
inside of it, so
on your left."
you
On
can
your
listen to
left.
your music in your hearing aid that you're supposed to be hearing with.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm looking for a new pair of Beats because I'm gonna retire these and use my AirPods since I got a MacBook on this. But I swear to God, I was looking at some Beats and I was like, them
Mm.
look like hearing aids now. So, not
Mm-mm.
Modoc with that bad CJ. You better stop. Y'all better leave my boy. Matter of fact, I'm gonna change my whole thing to Modoc. The whole background is gonna be Modoc floating in the air
We're
doing
gonna lose all the
I was
subscribers,
getting
man,
ready to
because
say, man, you better not.
doing that.
the whole
You
chat
better
gonna
not.
check out.
Right.
And I'm
What
taking the
you
mask off. You ain't
Oh
go
man,
straight no mask, straight real
doing?
Modoc.
man.
Don't do that.
But anyway,
Don't do
I'm
that.
sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, chat.
Now, let me finish looking at the chat real quick.
Hey, D Sizzle. You know, and that's why I love Modoc. He was a straight troll job.
Fake Taskmaster. Now, I don't know. Fake Mandarin got to be the biggest troll job because he
But
got.
that
I
was
was
dope.
like, oh
But
snap.
Shang-Chi did him right though. That reset the course. That was dope. That was dope. Don't do the background like that. I'm taking the blurred AF. Is go see a floating. You gonna see
If
a
He
floating
forgot.
Modoc,
He
if
forgot.
Modoc.
Modoc is,
No, no,
I'm,
no, 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 Blue. Let him do it because he forgot we got the juice.
yeah.
I will
If
change that shit
Modoc
back.
floating around
No,
with his
no,
ass
you
cheeks
don't know.
hanging out, no man.
He'd be like, you don't
Looking
lost
like a
your damn
look.
mind.
Hey, they did that. He looked like a minion. I was rolling. I was in the
Mm-mm.
movie theater, loud as hell, dying. Oh yeah, but all right. Let me go ahead and start. Y'all wrap it up, man. I'm over here again. I'm over here with the jokes. Let y'all wrap this thing up.
Yeah, let me see if there are any more
Yeah.
chats we need to get to. Kamoya Kid said they had 2 years to get their feelings settled for that movie. All of them got raises off of Chadwick.
Yeah,
We
same.
what we got? We're in 3 years since his death.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's recast time. They did the same thing with Heath Ledger. In that third year of his death, they casted Jared Leto as Joker.
Mm-hmm.
For you know what I mean? So yeah.
And had the Joker movie
And
in
had the
works
Joker
also.
movie in the works. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So yeah.
Said T'Challa domestically beat out Infinity War that year too. You have to. I don't get it, man. That's crazy. This is the number one. This right. I mean, according to he's the number one superhero in the world, according to box office sales. The number one of all, and not just of all time. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
Of all time, he's the number one selling solo comic book hero of all time. When it comes to movies, beat
mm,
like I said, beating out Spider-Man, Superman, Batman, all the top dogs, beat them out,
mm,
and y'all said no. I'm telling you, it was what's that shit? Our Skauska, whatever the hell that the shit, the mind altering shit that they be doing shrooms, our Skauska, whatever the fuck, all that other good shit. He was
God
on
bless
Sugar
you.
Booger.
yeah.
Yeah, I
Gesundheit.
know. But he was on whatever drug you can think of. He must have been on it that day for him to say, "Nah,
you,
we
I'm
not
gonna be
recast."
I'm
He
gonna
was
be
on it.
honest with I'm gonna be completely real with you. He left it up to people he thought he could trust. And there was two black people he thought he could trust with that franchise. That's the problem.
And see, you missed my rant. I would have told
I
Nate
missed
Moore to
it.
get the fuck about my office with that
I
bullshit.
missed I missed it. I
I would have
completely
called
missed it.
security and security would have been a big black
Hold
dude to
on.
come in and get another black dude to fuck him.
Hold on, wait a minute. Would you did security like Dave Chappelle when he
Yep.
did Rick James? Security.
Security. Yep.
Now do with him what you must.
Get him out of here, man. Get him out of here. No, I just, but to me, that's an indictment on his leadership, though, Dre. That's what that's my thing when it comes to Kevin Feige. His leadership has been bad ever since he got the job of what it was, head creative chief of Marvel, just being overseeing Marvel's everything. It's been bad. His leadership has been bad. He's been hiring the worst directors in the world, all the TV shows, those creators on those TV shows have been bad. It hasn't, like Mika said, we got everything built up to the Infinity War and the Infinity Saga, but then now in these other phases, they don't build the shit. To me, that's just bad judgment, bad leadership. You know what I'm saying? And maybe he can rebuild it. Maybe he can get it back. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? Maybe he can get out here, move a couple bricks and get that thing back moving. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. He might end up like my boy on Snowfall, man. His mama might come in, shoot the plug. He can't get the money no more. It's game over. Now he homeless.